a free walking tour to find out you've been pressurised into giving a tip. I was in Vegas, not on a walking tour, but a helicopter tour ages ago, way before I was in the travel industry, where I handed the tip over to the pilot and he thought the tip was from me. He was less than happy when he found out it was from the whole group and they tried to put the price of the trip up, and it got a little bit nasty. So tipping can be a problem if you're not used to it. So if you've ever been found pressurised into giving a tip and you're not happy about it, the cruise industry springs into mind right there. Let me know, facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show, what the problem was. Did you take it any further? And if you did, was you satisfied with the outcome? So facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. You can follow me on Twitter @holiday_hut. Passengers flying out of the UK could face restrictions on drinking alcohol before boarding flights under a proposal to extend the Licensing Act to bars and restaurants selling beer, wine and spirits airside. Airside at an airport is once you get through security. Before security is landside, after security is airside. The move is needed because of a rise in air rage incidences provoked by people drinking excessively before boarding aircraft, and this is according to a parliamentary report. I have mentioned on previous shows that the Licensing Act does not actually apply to airside bars and restaurants, although the Licensing Act makes it illegal to sell to people under the age of 18 anyway. So it doesn't apply, and it does apply. It took ages to sort out, and I'm still not 100% sure. But anyway, if everything's covered by the Licensing Act, it'll make life so much easier. The proposals, which also call for a ban of 2-for-1 alcohol deals and multi-buy sales in England and Wales, appear in the review of the Licensing Act 2013, which was introduced to extend drinking hours. The review said that introduction of a Scottish-style ban on cheap drink deals was needed to control alcohol sold in shops. More than half of 536 incidents reported last summer by one airline, Jet2.com, which was very keen on stopping air rage incidents, were said to have been fueled by alcohol, with many linked to heavy drinking at an airport before boarding. And this is something that Jet2's been going on about a long time, although not to my show, unfortunately. But it's not just passengers who can be affected by alcohol. A pilot at a Canadian leisure carrier, Sunwing Airlines, was given an 8-month prison sentence after appearing to pass out while drunk prior to a flight to Mexico. The pilot, who was a 37-year-old Slovakian national, pleaded guilty to having 3 times the permitted level of alcohol in his system while being in charge of an aircraft. He was in Canada working on a work visa, and he was served just over 7 months of the sentence after time served was taken into consideration. He was also banned from flying for a year after his release. The incident took place prior to takeoff on a New Year's Eve 2016 flight to Mexico. The plane was due to stop over at Regina and Winnipeg before flying on to Cancun. The co-pilot requested that the Slovak left the plane, but he returned and fell asleep in the cockpit. He was then escorted off the plane and handed over to police. This sentencing comes less than 2 weeks after 2 United Airline pilots were given 15 and 10 months custodial sentences in Scotland after being found to have attempted to fly the Glasgow to Newark airport while over the permitted alcohol limit. The not-for-profit organisation, the Centre for Effective Dispute Resolution, has been enlisted by Gatwick to deal with complaints from disabled passengers. This service provides independent dispute resolution services and has pledged to give equal consideration to the word of the consumer and to the word of the company. Legally trained adjudicators are used to achieve a fair and reasonable outcome for both parties by considering the evidence presented, the specific circumstances, and other information directly. The stages of the adjudication processes are: passenger complains directly to the airport. Complaints process concludes without a resolution or 8 weeks elapses. Passenger lodges a complaint with the Centre for Effective Dispute Resolution, including full particulars. The airline chooses to defend or settle the claim. Legally trained adjudicators issue decisions on defended claims. The Ombudsman Service is in addition to Gatwick becoming the first UK nationally recognised autism-friendly airport. Checking it out before you check in on the John Guinn Travel Show on ukhealthradio.com. We're coming to the last part of the show to try and lighten the mood after some of the depressing stories I've shared. I'm going to come up with some travel suggestions now. Auto Europe, one of the industry's first global car rental companies, has revealed the top 7 destinations in Germany for tourists exploring by car. Destinations are based on the pickup location of reservations from late 2016 to early 2017, in combination with a review of global travel data. Number 7 is Nuremberg. The city is known for malty red beer, a maze of sandstone pillars. Nuremberg's now revived urban centre and is perfectly situated between Frankfurt and Munich, making it easily accessible driving destination. Number 6 is Stuttgart. Stuttgart is a top-notch European city filled with amazing architecture, culture, dining and art. It is also the home to the Cannstatter Volksfest, an ideal spot to enjoy traditional German Oktoberfest celebrations with less tourist traffic. Number 5 is Hamburg, a charming port town and Germany's second largest city. Hamburg offers travellers much to do and see, and its location makes it a perfect launching point to any European road trip. Number 4 is Düsseldorf, which is recognised as the centre of the German advertising and fashion industries. Düsseldorf has a lively energy that offers exciting nightlife, fun carnivals, shopping and trade fairs. From Düsseldorf, travellers can easily drive to explore Belgium and the Netherlands, as well as other locations along the Rhine River. Number 3 is Berlin, a global city of politics, media, culture and science. Berlin is home to some of the world's most fascinating historical attractions, culturally significant monuments and modern amenities. Number 2 is Frankfurt, located along Germany's highly acclaimed Fairy Tale Road wine route and one of the oldest touring roads in the world, the Romantic Road. It is no surprise that travellers choose Frankfurt as a top self-drive destination. And number 1 is Munich. True fact here, the first time I ever saw a police officer with a machine gun was at Munich Airport. That was a long time ago when I was 13. So yeah, 5 years ago. The gateway to some of the most stunning landscapes in the world, the Bavarian capital of Munich, is the host of the world's largest Oktoberfest. The self-drive adventures are virtually limitless from Munich on a journey through the awe-inspiring Bavarian Alps or to the area's storybook villages and castles, which are all within an easy day's drive, but of course not straight after visiting Oktoberfest. If you've done a self-drive holiday around Germany, what were your favourites? Did you have any recommendations? Please share your recommendations and your pictures and videos at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show.
Hello, it's Roy. Yeah, we're on the ferry. We should be in Spain tomorrow afternoon.
Well, be careful. Lots of crooks on the roads out here.
Crooks? You know where I grew up.
This is different. They target British registered vehicles.
Yeah, they used to do that round my way.
I'm serious. They'll tell you there's something wrong with your car, so you pull over, then they rob you. Or they distract you at a motorway stop. They target hire cars, too.
Hire cars?
Yeah, well, they're driven by tourists.
Oh, OK, I'll watch out.
Good. So, looking forward to the drive down?
Yeah, well, I was.
Thieves in Spain have been targeting hire cars and UK-registered vehicles, so be extra careful on the roads. For details, visit gov.uk and search for Living in Spain.
You can keep up to date with travel news and leave me a message at facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. And finally, some reasons why you should visit Grand Cayman or the Cayman Islands this spring or summer. One of my favourite places in the world. My wife still thinks back to having breakfast with her feet in the sea along 7 Mile Beach while eating a muffin. It's a great place. You should go there, but here are some reasons to help make your mind up. Camana Bay is Grand Cayman's destination within a destination that includes more than 40 dining, shopping and entertainment venues, and it plays host to more than 600 community events each year. This includes a live music series which aims to promote and showcase Cayman's local talents. It's the perfect recreational must-visit for the young and young at heart, from quiet garden hideaways to monthly Tai Chi classes, and also a playfully splashing in the fountains or enjoying a panoramic view of Grand Cayman at the top of the 75-foot observation tower. There's varied dining options for you to meet. You can have a quick takeaway or a sit-down meal. Juices. There's the first ever patisserie on Grand Cayman at Petit Paris French Bakery. So there's loads of places to eat, and there's a bistro and bar, live music and seasonal farm-to-table cuisine as well. There's also stuff to experience there as well, from cottage industry creations to thoughtful mementos that are uniquely Caymanian. It also says here you can see the sea turtles between May and June. The sea turtles mate and the females swim ashore to lay their eggs on the quiet beaches of Little Cayman. The Marine Turtle Research Conservation Programs offers volunteer programs to walk the beaches and spot and protect turtle nests. I've been on Little Cayman. It's a lovely place. There's hardly anybody there. The runway for the airport, well, say an airport, it's basically a shed, used to be part of the road. They had to close the road every time a plane took off and landed, but now that's not the case. Although you can't really say much about the road system in Little Cayman. But if you do need to go there, go and see the sea turtles, but don't see them at the turtle farm because they're just bred for food. It's quite depressing seeing all these turtles cramped together, so Little Cayman to see the turtles in the wild is a must do. Also, I'd like to say that Grand Cayman is basically America in the Caribbean. It's very service orientated. It got devastated with a hurricane a few years ago, so it's nearly all new. It's worth popping over to have a visit. You fly there from Heathrow with BA. You touch down on Bahamas, and then you take off again and go on to Grand Cayman. If you have, put my teeth back in. If you have been and you want to share your photos, facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. If you haven't been, do check it out. It's not the cheapest place to go, and there is only one all-inclusive resort as well, but that resort is a long way from anything. So if you don't want to go anywhere, then that's the place. But 7 Mile Beach is a wonderful place to stay alongside. It's not 7 miles long, and I can't speak highly enough of the place. I was going to talk more about it, but some of this stuff that I've got on the report from the Grand Cayman visiting is advertising junk. So just take my word for it. Check out Keone or somebody else and see why you should visit the Cayman Islands. We've reached the end of this week's roundup of travel news and events. If there's anything you'd like to see featured on a future show, you can contact me at holiday_hut on Twitter or facebook.com/John Guinn Travel Show. Put down what you'd like to see covered or hear covered, and I will get somebody on the show to explain the answers to you. At the very beginning of the show, I talked about airport charges. As I said then, if there's anything you've been caught out about when it comes to getting to the airport and being charged the fees, for stuff you believe should be given to you free as part of the ticket, then the Facebook page is the place to make a comment. And I'm interested to know if anybody's been caught for stopping on approach roads such as Luton Airport and they had a parking ticket or a fine through the post. Did you pay it? Did you ignore it? I'm interested to know because somebody's just been told they have to pay over £24,000 in parking fees because they believe they could ignore it. And sometimes you hear people saying you can, and sometimes you hear people saying you can't. But if you've been stung for a ticket, dropping somebody off, let me know. And I do hope you can join me next time on the Travel Show with John Guinn on ukhealthradio.com, where each week I check out before you check in.